Alright, guys. Welcome back. Got it about halfway. Sorry, just messing with the sound settings. Put that at like a 7 when we talk. Imagine I can change it when I, okay. Okay guys, welcome to Dragon Age Origins. I think this is probably the best they can do. Oh, we do have this. Hit OK. Keep settings. Okay. There we are. We're at full screen now. Alright. Controls. We'll keep all the controls the same for now. I don't really know. Welcome, guys, to Dragon Age Origins. This is probably another one of my favorite games. I originally played it on the PS3. That, whatever you want to call it. Download, transfer, port, I guess, because I think it's originally for PCs. But I played the port of Dragon Age on the old PlayStation 3, so yeah, it was just something that I really enjoyed there. And then when I got my PC here, I was like, what they got here on the old on Steam, and they have all the games, but I've only purchased Dragon Age right now because Dragon Age 1 is one that it's the one that really, you know, resonated with me and was like everything that I wanted, like all the fantasy elements and blah blah blah. And then if you know anything about Dragon Age 2 was kind of the black sheep. No one really liked it or whatever, and then Dragon Age 3 was okay, and Dragon Age 1 was the best, and I think, in my opinion, it is too. I just love all the fantasy shit of like which we'll get into, all the Darkspawn and the way you become a Grey Warden and all that, and it really involved me. And then when Dragon Age 2 didn't have that stuff, I was like, well, why didn't it continue on? But there's some story elements, I guess, that argues that, like the lore behind it, but still, it's like, why didn't we continue, like, you know, this story, like, you know, Darkspawn and blah blah blah, and Darkspawn versus Grey Warden. But it is what it is, and you know, there's still technically Dragon Age 4 somewheres in a production line. None of the original BioWare guys are on it, but I mean, we can only wait and see how it plays out when it comes out. But I do have DLC for that, so I'll probably play it as well. We'll just start with Origins, the main story. And so is the golden city, blackened with each step you take in my hall. Marvel at perfection, for it is fleeting. You have brought sin to heaven and doom upon all the world. Canticle of Ternodes, 13. I'm gonna say that's right.
The chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead, they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. Until the Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness, and prevailed. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. Even be too late. For I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
All right. There you go. Oh, background. You select will determine which of the 6 distinct opening stories you play through. It also affects how characters respond to you throughout the game. Well, call me generic, but you're probably just gonna go warrior class human male, because I don't know. I've played all these numerous, like, I guess not numerous times, but I've played all of them at least once, just to get the different stories. Let's see, and then this one, yeah, that's right. You can choose this, and then the dwarven one, there's 2 for dwarfs as well. And if you ever choose mage, it just goes right to magi. Humans only get 1, that's whatever, but warrior human, you know, that's whatever. Call me generic, call me plain. That's just, it's just what I do. It's just very, you know, the Western idea. Like, you want to be the hero, you want to be the guy leading the charge, blah blah blah. So that's, and I mean, that's my first playthrough ever against in Dragon Age was this, and just going back to what feels familiar, you know. Human noble, born to wealth and power, second only to royalty. You find your training in both diplomacy and battle put to the test as your brother leads the bulk of your family's forces to war in the south.
Greetings.
Greetings. Oh, we can't change the last name, so we'll just be Kirby Coastland. Get sick beard on the guy. Oh yeah. Okay. Now. Sick beard, sure. Beard hair color. No, wait, no old man, that's for sure. Sure, that was, I think, original. Eyebrows, I don't really care. Stubble, I don't really care. No stubble, let's just have the beard. Skin, I don't think. Oh, we can get some tats, some sick tats. Oh, yeah. Let's get a really faded tat, you know, because that makes sense. Puppy dude. Tats make more sense when you're playing like the elf race. You know, they got some crazy tats on them. And they don't really, that doesn't really change. You guys don't really see the eye color slider changing much. Nose, I don't really. He looks pretty good. Not gonna be seeing much of his face probably. Oh, look down. Good. Whatever was set up before is fine. I think this is fine. Turn. Just move him over a bit. I think center him, right? Is that pretty good? Yeah, that first one was good. Yeah, background. None of this stuff really matters, so I don't know why I'm fiddling around with it, but we'll go for something. Sure. Expression. Well, I think regular look is fine. It's quick playing.
I have lost concentration.
How do you do?
Greetings.
Greetings. Charmed, I'm sure.
Greetings.
Ah, my spell! My weapon does nothing! Greetings. Well, that didn't work.
Greetings. No, it is gone. Greetings. Blasted! I've lost the spell! Charmed, I'm sure. It didn't work!
How do you do?
Damn! Lost the spell!
Greetings.
But we'll go with that. Oh, points to spend. Constitution is for your health and resilience. Bump that up a little bit. Probably won't need much into magic. It's willpower. This gives us more stamina. Sure, let's get that up. Strength. Sturdy. Strength will be important to us. Dexterity, I don't think so. We're not going to be not like the rogue where you dual wield a sword and blade. Willpower will be important to us for stamina. Magic probably not so much. Cunning will be good, yeah, to reason with people story-wise. Rogues benefit most. But I know you need like there's dialogue options where you need so much cunning or so much whatever. Constitution, I guess. Willpower. All those things. Oh, select one ability to spend. Strength contributes to more intimidating, which contributes to a more persuasive character. Start off with these just because that's who we are as a noble. Probably. Let's get that. Why not? That'd be good for dialogue options. Train hard work, warriors gain greater health and reduce the fatigue penalty for wearing armor. Sure. Yeah, and I think I'm gonna be the typical weapon and shield man. Sure, I don't... Oh, normal difficulty, hard difficulty, nightmare difficulty. It provides a greater challenge and normal difficulty to prevail against more aggressive enemy AI. You'll need to make sophisticated use of tactical pausing, as well as clever combination of spells and talents. From fire damage is no longer scaled down, and your party will not heal as easily, and will inflict more damage. Be encumbered by status effects for shorter durations and demonstrate greater resistance to various damage types. Well, I'm here to just play for fun. I don't really want to be pausing a whole lot during combat. Never enter
For
battle.
generations, your family, the Kuzlans, has stewarded the lands of Highever, earning the loyalty of your people with justice and temperance. When your country was occupied by the Orlesian Empire, your father and grandfather served the embattled kings of your land. Today, your elder brother takes up House Kuzlan's banner in service to the crown, not against the men of Orlais, but against the bestial darkspawn rising in the south.
I trust then that your troops will be here shortly.
I expect they will start arriving tonight, and we can march tomorrow. I apologize for the delay, my lord. This is entirely my fault.
No. The appearance of the Darkspawn in the south has us all scrambling, doesn't it? I only received the call from the king a few days ago myself. I'll send my eldest off with my men. You and I will ride tomorrow just like the old days.
True, though we both had less grey in our hair then, and we fought Orlesians, not monsters.
At least the smell will be the same. I'm sorry, Pup, I didn't see you there. Hal, you remember my son?
I see he's grown into a fine young man. Pleased to see you again, lad.
Yeah, let's just do...
My daughter Delilah asked after you. Perhaps I should bring her next time.
I was quite a bit younger than I am. I have no interest in marriage. To what end?
Ah! To what end, he says? And so glib. The boy's a whip like his father.
See what I contend with, Hal? You can't tell my fierce boy anything these days, Maker bless his heart.
Ah, temperament to match his fighting skill. Well done, your lordship.
At any rate, Pup, I summoned you for a reason. While your brother and I are both away, I'm leaving you in charge of the castle.
Oh, we're in charge of the castle, are we? Are you certain? What's involved? This much task will be my best father. Why can't I go to battle with you, Fergus? Let's just respect his wishes.
That's what I'd like to hear. Only a token force is remaining here, and you must keep peace in the region. You know what they say about mice when the cat is away, yes? There's also someone you must meet. Please, show Duncan in.
I think I need to turn on subtitles. Pretty sure that's
It
a
is
thing.
an honor to be a guest within your hall, Tyrn Kuzland.
Your lordship, you didn't mention that a Grey Warden would be present.
Duncan arrived just recently, unannounced. Is there a problem?
Of course not. But a guest of this stature demands certain protocol. I am at a disadvantage.
We rarely have the pleasure of seeing one in person, that's true. Pup, Brother Aldous taught you who the Grey Wardens are, I hope.
They're an order of great warriors. They defeated the Darkspawn long ago. He said they were a small order and no longer important. Is there a reason I should care? That's probably the most true, I would think.
Not permanently, I fear.
Without their warning of the Darkspawn rising now, half the nation could have been overrun before we'd had a chance to react. Duncan is looking for recruits before joining us and his fellow Wardens in the south. I believe he's got his eye on Sir Gilmore.
If I might be so bold, I would suggest that your son is also an excellent candidate.
Honor though that might be, this is one of my sons we're talking about.
I think I rather like the idea, Father. Is there a reason I shouldn't join them?
You did just finish saying that Grey Wardens are heroes, old friend.
I've not so many children that I'll gladly see them all off to battle. Unless you intend to invoke the right of conscription.
Have no fear. While we need as many good recruits as we can find, I've no intention of forcing the issue.
Pup, can you ensure that Duncan's requests are seen to while I'm gone?
Of course, don't strain my abilities or anything. I doubt I have to be here for that, do I?
In the meantime, find Fergus, and tell him to lead the troops to Ostagar ahead of me.
Trying to get rid of me, but I'd like to stay in touch to Duncan, but I'm not planning talking to you yet. Where's
Upstairs
Fergus?
in his chambers, no doubt, spending some last moments with his wife and my grandson. Be a good lad and do as I've asked. We'll talk soon.
Okay, oh, tactical view. The game can be played from a variety of tactical viewpoints. Use the mouse wheel to bring your camera down to exploration mode. Scroll forward. Issuing orders. While pause, you can issue orders to your character. Right click your desired destination.
This should be easy enough.
Okay, your character now has ordered to move. You can issue orders in real time or while pause. Press space to unpause. Okay. Is this the
As
way
you wish.
upstairs? Where are we going? Where are we going? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, we can also just walk. Okay. Well, that's better.
There you are. Your mother told me the Terran had summoned you, so I didn't want to interrupt.
How do you choose your
Pardon my
goal?
manners, my lord. It's simply that I've been looking all over the castle for you. I fear your hound has the kitchens in uproar once again, and is threatening to leave.
The dog, get into the light again. She was my nanny before she was the cook. Don't know soon.
No matter how the maids try to keep him out, he always finds a way in. You know these Mabari hounds. They listen only to their master. Anyone else risks having an arm bitten off.
Stupid dog, he never behaves. No better than to hurt anyone. I'm busy at the moment, and I guess I should go collect them.
That would be wise, before Nan tears down the walls. You're quite lucky to have your own Mabari warhound, you know. Smart enough not to talk, my father used to say. Of course, that means he's easily bored. Nan swears he confounds her just to amuse himself. At any rate, your mother would have me accompany you until the matter is settled, shall we?
To the kitchen.
Just follow the yelling. When Nan's unhappy, she makes sure everyone knows it.
Escape, get me my menu options. Game, is there subtitles box? Pause at the start of combat. Subtitles, there is. Sure, just turn them all on. Okay, where is
Good evening, my
this?
lord.
Right.
In here? Where's the screaming? This way? Oh, these controls are kinda... Controls are kinda weird.
Get that bloody mutt out of the larder.
But mistress, it won't let us near.
If I can't get into that larder, I'll skin both of you useless elves. I swear it.
Calm down, good woman. We've come to help.
You and you. Your bloody mongrel keeps getting into my larder. That beast should be put down.
Sorry he's bothering you, Nan. He's not a mongrel. He's pure-blood Mabari. Perhaps you should walk your larder tighter. Maybe you should be put down.
A blight wolf is what he is. How am I supposed to work like this?
Oh dear. Mistress, calm down, please.
That's it. I'll quit. Inform the Turner. I'll go and cook at some nice estate in the Banorn.
Nan, please. We'll get the dog. Calm down.
Just get him gone. I've enough to worry about with a castle full of hungry soldiers. You two, stop standing there like idiots. Get out of the way.
You aided the inventory and equipment. To click new items, you need to open the inventory screen. To do so, click on the highlighted icon or press I. Unequip, drag. Wow. Okay. One, two. This one doesn't have a number on it, so I guess let's just read click. What else? We had some codexes, did we not? Conversation history, codex. Got some codex. Oh boy. You guys can. No, it's not that long. Okay. Castle Highever has stood since the Divine Age, when it was not an independent Banorn, but merely an outpost of the growing Banorn of Amaranthine, in the days before Amaranthine became an Arlene itself. The outpost of Highever was originally held by the Elston family, cousins of the Howes. In the Age of Towers, however, Ban Conabar Elstan was murdered by his wife, Flemeth, thus ending the bloodline. Conabar's captain of the guard, Serm Cousland, took the lands and title. Couslands declared their independence from Amaranthine, starting a war that lasted 30 years. When the dust settled, Highever was on its own and in possession of half the land that had once been southwestern Amaranthine. Highever became a Tainir during the Black Age, when Halia Cousland gathered the lords together under her banner to drive the werewolves out of their lands, earning herself the title of fuck. Jesus Christ, you guys. Tirna? Almost as an afterthought. Today, Highever is one of the only two remaining Tainirs, making the Cousland family second in rank only to the king. From Ferelden Folklore and History by Sister Petrine, Chantry Scholar. What else we got? We got characters. Got Duncan, men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness and prevailed. Like many others, Duncan gave up his family name when he joined the ranks of the Wardens, a symbolic gesture of cutting ties. He might say this was a convenience in his case, however. His mother was from the Anderfells, his father from Tevinter. His childhood was spent in the free marches and Orlais. His people were everywhere, and his homeland was nowhere. He was given the almost impossible task of leading the Wardens in Ferelden, a kingdom that had thrown the Order out 200 years earlier. Facing local suspicion and hostility, he set about finding recruits. And Arl Rendenhal. It will be good to ride into battle once more, won't it, old friend? The Arlene of Amaranthine winds along the sinuous northeastern coast of Ferelden. The waking sea is known for its temper, and the storms that sweep in from the warmer northern waters are sudden and brutal. These are the lands of Rendenhal. He was born during the occupation, and like many of the nobles at the time, joined Prince Merrick's rebels. He fought alongside young Bryce Cousland, future Tairn of Highever, and Leonis Bryland, future Arl of Southreach, at the bloody Battle of White River. It was the most catastrophic defeat of the entire occupation, from which only 50 rebel soldiers escaped alive. Although he was decorated for valor by King Merrick, Howe's abrasive manners have earned him almost universal dislike. among his peers. Okay, we got control codexes. Yeah. Plot helpers. Oh, you can plot points on the map. Feed, exploration, controlling party members. Backslash. Left clicking on their portrait or body. Okay. God damn, lots of shit to get through in the first notes. Feast day gifts credits. Feast day pranks credits. I think that might be something that we downloaded. Might be some DLC that we haven't done yet. Cousins of Hyether, Father's Task, Mischief in Order. Which Soldier's Task when trouble merchants would seek the deal. That may just be too good to be true. Mischief in the Order, get your trusty hound out of the larder. So Gilmore has come with us. Yeah, we need to get the dog out the larder. Okay, what else we got? Skill tree. Statistics. Haven't killed the damn thing. Money spent, haven't done that. Okay. Nothing really too much going on there. We got the map. And hall. Atrium. Very study. Courtesy room. Okay. Go get the dog. Go get the dog. Tactics. Okay. So if I just, oh yeah, okay. So this rotates the camera, I guess, because if you just, and then Q, so you can just run. I guess that's useful, because I think there's like a walk on target method.
This should be easy enough.
Here's our doggy.
Oh, look at that mess. How did he even get in here?
It's a good question. No, bad dog. Why are you in the pantry?
Wait, did you hear that?
Name the dog? Oh shit. What did we name the dog? Something probably simple. 'Cause that's all that's coming to my head right now. Fucking, you know what? Yeah. Odie. New codex, dogs in Ferelden. I don't know if that's the best way to do this as we get codexes, read them. Or if it's just pause it, you guys can read it if you want to. So I'll be doing a lot of reading, which is whatever, but finish this episode out reading them anyways. Mobbery Warhound. Dogs are an essential part of Ferelden culture, and no dog is more prized than the Mabari. The breed is as old as myth, said to have been bred from the wolves who served Dane. Prized for their intelligence and loyalty, these dogs are more than mere weapons or status symbols. The hounds choose their masters and pair with them for life. To be the master of a Mabari anywhere in Ferelden is to be recognized instantly as a person of worth. The Mabari are an essential part of Ferelden military strategy. Trained hounds can easily pull knights from horseback or break lines of pikemen, and the sight and sound of a wave of war dogs howling and snarling has been known to cause panic among even the most hardened infantry soldiers. No controls. What else you got? No control. Combat basics. can attack an enemy, we just right click them. Ooh, dogs in Ferelden. I am frequently asked during my travels in other lands to explain the dogs omnipresent in Ferelden. Inevitably, I tell my foreign questioners that there are no more dogs in my homeland than in their own. In every civilized corner of Thetis, an astute observer will notice dogs employed in hunting game, keeping barns and storehouses free of vermin, herding livestock, guarding homes, and even used as beasts of burden in the mountains. It is simply that Ferelden show appreciation for their work that our dogs do. And perhaps the reason for that is tangled up in mythology. Haftar, the first man to be named Tairn, the hero who united our Alamari ancestors to drive back the darkspawn of the Second Blight, was reputed to be the son of a werewolf. Now, perhaps this was meant to be some comment on his temperament, or simply a way of making a great man even larger than life. But more than half the noble families of Ferelden claim to be descendants of Haftar, and consequently many of our people believe they have some distant kinship with wolves. It is only manners to be polite to one's kin. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar by Brother Genitivi. God damn, they didn't like to make names and words easy. We paused.
That'd make an interesting pet.
Go attack it.
Right.
Get these beasts out of here! Maker's breath, look at that one! Am I reduced to the post of rat
Turn the
catcher?
camera, that's the button for it. Oh, nice.
I'm glad that's... Giant rats? It's like the start of every bad adventure tale my grandfather used to tell. Your hound must have chased them in through their holes. Looks like he wasn't raiding the larder after all.
Those were very large rats, yes. Maybe it was just coincidence, so my hound put me in danger. Great. Certainly
Those
looks
were
that
rats
way.
from the Kokari Wilds. Best not to tell Nan. She's upset enough as it is. But seeing as you've got your Mabari well in hand, I'll be on my way. I'm to prepare for the arrival of more of the Jarl's men.
Don't mind all the rat bodies left over in your larder. Oh.
There he is,
Wow.
as brazen as you please, licking his chops after helping himself to the roast, no doubt.
Feeling larder for rats, big old snowball down there, just being a dog.
Look at him now. Snuck into my larder once again and makes off like a free thief, he does.
Oh, mistress, there are rats in the larder. Big ones.
Ah, looks like the dog killed them.
Oh, I bet that dog led those rats into there to begin with.
Yes.
Oh, don't even start with the sad eyes. I'm immune to your so-called charms. Here then, take these pork bits and don't say that Nan never gives you anything. Bloody dog. Thank you, my lord. Now we can get to work. That's right, you two. Quit standing about.
As you wish.
Seems, oh. Oh, that's my inventory. Blood Dragon Plate. That's something from the downloadable content. There we go. Wondering why we're so looking so down on ourselves. Yeah, that dragon plate armor, whatever, that's DLC, which we'll be eventually able to use once we get enough strength. Nothing else in here. Okay, which way do I need to go now? Go this way. And we'll take a right. Okay. Make a right. And left. And right. Right?
And my dear Bryce bought this pack from Orlais last year. The Marquis who gave it to him was drunk, I understand, and mistook Bryce for the king. Ah, here is my younger son. I take it by the presence of that troublesome hound of yours that the situation in the kitchen is handled?
Yes, Mother. Nan is back to work as we speak. Yes, there were giant rats in the larder. Nan's head exploded and my hound ate the kitchen staff. Then we chasing the stupid dog.
Ah, marvelous. Just the thing for my guests to hear right before dinner.
Oh.
Darling, you remember Lady Landra, Ban Lawrence's wife?
I think we last met at your mother's spring salon.
Of course, it was good. Weren't you drunk, if you say so? So after wait, Father sent me fine. Fairness, of course, good to see you again.
You're too kind, dear boy.
My lady.
Didn't I spend half the salon shamelessly flirting with you?
Right in front of your family, too.
You remember my son, Dyron. I believe you two sparred in the last tourney.
And you beat me handily, as I recall. It's good to see you again, my lord.
And you, Green Lotus, you fought very well.
And this is my lady-in-waiting, Iona. Do say something, dear.
It is a great honor, my lord. I have heard many wonderful things about you.
Don't look now, Eleanor. But I believe the girl has a crush on your lad.
Lady Landra!
Hush, Landra. You'll turn the poor thing scarlet.
Okay, may I go now, Mother? You are aware that we're at war.
Of course, darling. You must have many things to do before Fergus and your father leave.
I think perhaps I shall rest now, my dear. Dyron, I will see you and Iona at supper.
Perhaps we'll retire to the study for now.
Good evening, your lordship.
What you guys studying?
You should say goodbye to Fergus while you have the chance.
There's just
For a few
dialogue
days.
options.
Then I'll travel with Lady Landra to her estate and keep her company for a time. Your father thinks my presence here might undermine your authority.
Oh.
Good. I was worried you might be nervous about running the castle alone. I needn't have been concerned.
That's right. Those are just
I love
dialogue
you, my darling boy.
options.
You know that, don't you?
I love you too.
Go do what you
man.
must then. I will see you soon.
You're awful. Yo, didn't those people just walk off this way into a chessboard? Alright. Let's keep it going. Just a guard here. So the locked insufficient skill. Whatever. Okay. Koosland. Koosland. Castle Koosland.
As you wish.
Must be my room. Ah, God, this camera. I might have to turn down sensitivity. This sensitivity is keeping me fucking woo.
Is there really going to be a war, Papa? Will you bring me back a sword?
That sword, Oren, and I'll get you the mightiest one I can find, I promise. I'll be back before you know it.
I wish victory was indeed so certain. My heart is disquiet.
Don't frighten the boy, love. I speak the truth. And here's my little brother to see me off. Now dry your eyes, love, and wish me well. Stay. I'd like to say farewell.
Bring message. Father wants you to leave. Without him, I wish I'd go with you.
I wish you could come. It'll be tiring killing all those darkspawn myself.
Surely your father would not place both his heirs in danger?
Mother and father have been fighting about it for days. It's too bad. I could have used you at my side.
Yeah.
If it's any consolation, I'm sure I'll freeze in the southern rain and be completely jealous of you up here, warm and safe.
I am positively thrilled that you will be so miserable, husband.
Mm-hmm.
Then the Isle's men are delayed. You'd think his men were all walking backwards. Well, I'd better get underway. So many Darkspawn to behead, so little time. Off we go then. I'll see you soon, my love.
I would hope, dear boy, that you plan to wait for us before taking your leave.
Be well, my son. I will pray for your safety every day you are gone.
Good shield would be more useful. You could have delivered your message yourself finally.
I keep telling you, no Darkspawn will ever best me.
The Maker sustain and preserve us all. Watch over our sons, husbands and fathers, and bring them safely back to us.
And bring us some ale and wenches while you're at it. For the men, of course.
Fergus, you would say this in front of your mother?
What's a wench? Is that what you pull on to get the bucket out of the well?
A wench is a woman that pours the ale in a tavern, Orin. Or a woman who drinks a lot of ale.
Bryce, Maker's breath. I swear it's like living with a pack of small boys.
I'll miss you, mother dear. You'll take care of her, brother, won't you?
You need protecting more than her, but the kind of shock size.
I agree. Especially if you get yourself hurt. I will never forgive you.
Now that is a good incentive, wouldn't you say?
Enough, enough. Pup, you'll want to get an early night. You've much to do tomorrow.
Okay, if you say so. Something like, well... Okay, if you say so. Just gonna say one thing I noticed is that everyone's got ginormous hands. Just an observation. Uh-oh. Matey. Me and our loincloth. What is it, dog? What is it, Odie? I'm out there, but nothing right here, not today.
My lord, help me! The castle is under attack!
Why did it sound like a fucking gunshot? I don't have any clothes on. Ah.
On your guard!
Where are my fucking clothes?
Only one shall stand! No mercy! Let's make this quick, shall we?
You're dead!
Time for some fun!
Get him, dog.
Show me what you got! It's either you or me, and it isn't gonna be me!
Yo,
Darling, I heard fighting outside and I feared the worst. Are you hurt?
Nope, I'm a little naked though.
Her scream woke me up. There were men in the hall, so I barred the door. Did you see their shields? Those are Howl's men. Why would they attack us?
He betrayed father, he attacks while our troops are gone.
You don't think Howl's men were delayed? On purpose? That bastard. I'll cut his lying throat myself. Have you seen your father? He never came to bed.
No, I haven't. I was in my room. Maybe stayed up with our Hal.
We must find him.
Maybe you should stay here. Can you still handle a weapon, mother? It sounds like the...
I most certainly will not. I am no Orlesian wallflower. Give me a sword and I'll use it. Now let's go.
I don't have clothes on. 10 game level. Left click on the plus button. Up here. Just plug it into strength for now. Level up. Fire's level 4. Opening shield, shield pummel, shield defense, shield block. Shield pummel. Let's just take it all.
This should be easy enough.
Grab my stuff, I do. So I guess just because you were in bed. That's why it was technically taken off. Alright. Ring doesn't give us anything. Small shield. Alright, we are back in business. Nothing else to grab out of my room. It's just a pile of bones. What's this?
Perhaps we can salvage some things here, darling. Some of your father's
Oh, this is their room.
belongings are in that trunk.
Yeah, what about this one? It's locked.
Right.
Oh well. Oh shit.
No! My little Oren! What manner of fiend slaughters innocents?
Let's
Oh, he's not even taking hostages. He means to kill all of us. Oh, poor fuckers. Let's go, I don't want to see this.
Alright.
I sense something drawing near. On it.
We will not
stop.
be defeated! How dare you come here!
Come on, nice job. As a Nor.
Right.
Metal shard. Sure. Oh, what else we got? Coins. It's in
Oh,
here.
dear Landra. I'm so sorry. If she hadn't come to me, if she hadn't been here.
Well, maybe, I guess.
Let's get started.
Let's get started. Let's keep it going.
Can you hear the fighting? Hal's men must be everywhere.
What
The
should
front
we
gates.
do?
That's where your father must be.
Is there nothing else we can do? We can't just let Hal in. The father
Listen,
isn't there.
darling, we haven't much time. If we can't find your father, you must get out of here alive. Without you and Fergus, the entire Kusen line dies here. If Hal's men are inside, they must already control the castle. We must use the servants' entry in the larder to escape. Do you hear me?
I want him dead.
Then survive, and visit vengeance upon him.
Dang. Alright. Where's the dog? Oh, there he is. OD. Next. Didn't get no skill points, OD.
The castle has fallen! I'm getting out of here!
Don't be coward, stand and
Yes,
fight.
my lord! Here they come!
Oh, we actually persuaded me to hell.
I'll cut you down!
Oh, right, right there.
Dare you!
Don't. Get him.
It's either you or me. It's
Oh,
gonna
where
be
the hell these guys come from?
Is that all you've got?
Missing the stunned guy.
I will drive you from the land
Oh,
myself.
another Mabaris. More Mabaris. Oh, no, he's using himself thinks he's doing.
Hal will pay for what he's done. It's too much. I will kill them all myself.
His dog's in the fire.
You had it coming.
It's too much.
Yo, can't I, yeah, I can give it a weapon.
Armed and dangerous. Ready for action. Let's get started.
Who's that? Okay, good. Who's this?
You will be avenged, old sage. I swear it.
Okay. Nothing too much going on here. Locked chest, yep. Just keep it on. Oh, lyrium potion. Not that I need it, but sure. Rubble. Take. House soldier, take.
As you wish.
Get coins. Oh, that's where the larder's at, right? No fruit. More people are dead. Night corpse. Oh, iron shield. That'll be good for us, that's for sure.
On it.
Oh, I don't know if I should do this. Get him, little dog. Let's get this mage.
Here we go. This is easy enough. Only one shall stand. Defend yourself.
Here I am, killing rats. How noble!
You guys got him. It's like a 5v1 situation.
There is hope yet.
Go, man the gate. Keep those bastards out as long as you can. Your ladyship, my lord, you're both alive. I was certain Hal's men had gotten through.
We did get through how the we seen.
He was looking for you two. He told us to hold the hall as long as possible. When I realized what was happening, it was all I could do to shut the gates. But they won't keep Hal's men out long. If you've another way out of the castle, use it quickly. I've no idea. You don't think he's involved in this, do you?
Perhaps he was sent to kill Bryce? Oh dear. Have you seen him?
When I last saw the Turn, he'd been badly wounded. I urged him not to go, but he was determined to find you. He went towards the kitchen. I believe he thought to find you at the servants' exit in the larder.
Bless you, Sir Gilmore. Make her watch over you.
Make her watch over us all.
Damn. Okay, I'm pretty sure I passed the servant's larder, right? So this just did
I
it.
pray that Mother Malal has escaped. They would not
Oh,
leave
shit.
us under the load, would they? We will not be defeated! There is hope yet.
As you wish.
Nothing else in here. It's mosey. Guess we'll go back to the, oh wow, hey guys.
No mercy!
Nice to meet you here. No extra defense.
You're mine! Only
Come and
one
face
shall
me.
stand!
Whoa.
We will not be defeated!
Alright. What is wrong with this guy?
Where is the Terran? Does he live?
No idea. Our larder is up this way, is it not?
We're getting close to the treasury. The Kuzlan family blade lies inside. Here, darling, take my key. That blade cannot fall into Hao's hands. It should sever his treacherous head.
Oh. Journal. Find some weapons in the treasury. How is it locked and there's still dead people in here? If they lock it after they, take them. I'm not filling up too much on inventory space, am I? No, we okay. Family chest. The family sword. Shield of High-Ever. Quest completed. Check out our new groovy stuff. Use the family sword. I don't have enough strength. Well, that's depressing. Got the scale armor. Oh, that's a little stronger. Damn, so close. Alright, 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 alright.
Is it just me, or do you actually think you have a chance?
How about you?
The
We will
combo
not be
finisher.
defeated!
Turn. God damn it. Turn. You too.
Only one shall stand!
We have won this battle, but we cannot waste more
Oh
time.
shit. We just took that guy's head off.
Where is the Terran? Does he live?
That boy ain't got no head. don't know if he lives or not. We're gonna go find him. Where the fuck is this thing? Guard post, treasury, that's where we just were. Main hall, that's where we need to go. Okay, we're on the wrong side, that's why.
I'll go.
Get him!
Nice.
Is that all you've got? Where is everyone else?
You have your head just popped off. Oh. Yes. Come on now. Stand.
Oh, thank you,
Nice.
Rusty.
Good chomp, Dougie.
As you wish.
So how do we get more okay? Where you boys running?
How dare you!
Yo, I'd love to stay here and chat, but I'll have to go through the main hall. Okay, let's go back down and through the main hall. Should be right here. Let's continue through.
On your guard!
This guy's got a fucking mallet. Of course, a mallet of a weapon here.
Strike and kill! Bring it on!
Nice. Okay.
On it. There's fighting more dying! Blast you!
How dare you come here! We have won this battle, but we cannot waste more time.
We there yet? I believe this is the right way, is it not? Yeah. Serpents are dead, not good. Oh, Dad's dead, not good.
There, you both are. I was
Bryce.
wondering when you would get here.
Maker's blood, what's happening? You're bleeding.
Hal's men found me first. Almost did me in right there.
We need to get you out of here. How did you get here?
You can't get away with this. The king will...
Bryce, we must get you out of here.
I won't survive the standing, I think.
That's not true. You'll be fine. Get up and let's go. Then we'll have to stay and defend you. We'll simply have to do
Once Hal's men break through the gate, they will find us. We must go.
Someone must reach Burgess. Tell him what has happened.
And take vengeance.
Yes. Vengeance.
Bryce, no. The servant's passage is right here. We can flee together, find you healing magic.
The castle is surrounded. I cannot make it.
I'm afraid the turn is correct. Howe's men have not yet discovered this exit, but they surround the castle. Getting past will be difficult.
You are Duncan, then? The Grey Warden?
Yes, your ladyship. The Turn and I tried to reach you sooner.
My younger son helped me get here. Make her be praised.
I am not surprised.
You're going to help us, Duncan. I'm surprised you haven't already left. Thank you for saving my father. Thank you.
I fear your thanks are premature. I doubt I have saved him.
Whatever is to be done now, it must be quick. They are coming.
Duncan, you are under no obligation to me, but I beg you, take my wife and son to safety.
I will, your lordship, but I fear I must ask for something in return.
Anything.
What is happening here pales in comparison to the evil now loose in this world. I came to your castle seeking a recruit. The Darkspawn threat demands that I leave with one.
I understand.
The king will see justice done. The Grey Wardens, however, must face the Darkspawn above all else.
He is right, pup.
I will take the Tyrna and your son to Ostagar to tell Fergus and the king what happened. Then, your son joins the Grey Wardens.
So long as justice comes to Hal. I agree.
Then I offer you a place within the Grey Wardens. Fight with us.
I refuse.
We must leave quickly then.
Bryce, are you sure?
Our son will not die of Hal's treachery. He will live and make his mark on the world.
Darling, go with Duncan. You have a better chance to escape without me.
Eleanor.
Hush, Bryce. I'll kill every bastard that comes through that door to buy them time. But I won't abandon you.
Why don't you sacrifice yourself? Can't. I love you both so much. You can't find another way. Why don't you
My
sacrifice
place is with your
yourself?
father. At his side to death and beyond.
I'm so sorry it's come to this, my love.
We had a good life and did all we could. It's up to our children now.
Then go, pup. Warn your brother. Know that we love you both. You do us proud.
They've broken through the gates. We must go now.
Goodbye, darling.
It's a lot of fucking blood. Still yapping away. He's just pointing it out. Oh jeez, okay, well, that's kind of the... Oh, a little prologue to the game.
We will be traveling south through the hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges of the Korkari Wilds. The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The King's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times, but here is where the bulk of the Horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Ho there, Duncan.
King Kaelan. I didn't expect
a royal welcome? I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is he?
Allow me to introduce you, Your Majesty.
No need, Duncan. You are Bryce's youngest, are you not? I don't think we've ever actually met.
Are you not aware that my father's dead? Yes, Your Majesty. My name is Kirby. Yes, I am. And I bring news. Yeah.
Your brother has already arrived with High Ever's men, but we are still awaiting your father.
He's not coming. He died when our castle was taken. You don't know what's happened. Oh, I think you'll be waiting for some time.
Dead? What do you mean? Duncan, do you know anything about this?
Terran Cousland and his wife are dead, Your Majesty. Arl Howe has shown himself a traitor and overtaken High Ever Castle. Had we not escaped, he would have killed us and told you any story he wished.
I can scarcely believe it. Well, how could he think he could get away with such treachery? As soon as we are done here, I will turn my army north and bring Hao to justice. You have my word.
Perfect. Thank you, Majesty. God, I don't know how to speak. Thank you, Your Majesty. There isn't anything we can do sooner. Thank you,
No doubt
Majesty.
you wish to see your brother. Unfortunately, he and his men are scouting in the wilds.
But he may be in danger. When will he return? I'm not eager to tell him, Your Majesty.
Not until the battle is over, I fear. Until then, we cannot even send word. I apologize, but there's nothing more I can do. All I can suggest is that you vent your grief against the Darkspawn for the time being.
Vent our grief. Thank you, Majesty. So long as all hell pays, I'm happy. What would you know about my grief? Thanks for nothing, then.
I'm sorry to cut this short, but I should return to my tent. Loghain waits eagerly to bore me with his strategies.
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different.
You didn't realize things were going so well. It sounds like the Blight is almost over. You sound very confident of that.
Overconfident, some would say. Right, Duncan?
Your Majesty, I'm not certain the Blight can be ended quite as quickly as you might wish.
I'm not even sure this is a true Blight. There are plenty of Darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do. I must go before Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Grey Wardens.
Oh, I'm a Grey Warden now. Part of the cool club.
What the king said is true. They've won several battles against the Darkspawn here.
Yeah, you don't sound very reassured. He didn't seem to take the Darkspawn very seriously. Perhaps this doesn't really blight after all.
Despite the victory so far, the Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. By now, they look to outnumber us. I know there is an archdemon behind this, but I cannot ask the king to act solely on my feeling.
Then maybe we should move quickly. What would you have him do? Why not? He seems to regard Grey Wardens highly. Could if he were not such a fool. Do you think there's any danger?
Yet not enough to wait for reinforcements from the Grey Wardens of Orlais. He believes our legend alone makes him invulnerable. Our numbers in Ferelden are too few. We must do what we can, and look to Teyrn Loghain to make up the difference. To that end, we should proceed with the joining ritual without delay.
What do you mean, what ritual? Nice hot meal first. Make a nice first. What do you need me to do?
Feel free to explore the camp here as you wish. All I ask is that you do not leave it for the time being. There is another Grey Warden in the camp by the name of Alistair. When you're ready, seek him out and tell him it's time to summon the other recruits. Your hound can stay with me while I attend to some business.
Oh.
The Grey Warden tent is on the other side of this bridge. You will find us there should you need to.
Not Odie. I want to hang out with Odie. Oh, Christ. Let's go to the journal. Got Ostgar joining the Grey Wardens mission. Got a bunch of codexes, which we'll read through. Characters, who we got? Odie. The Mobbery is clever enough to speak and wise enough to know not to. Ferelden proverb. Kirby's Warhound has a pedigree older than Highever and a penchant for driving cooks to distraction. Oh, Arl Rendon How, didn't we read this one? There's new stuff though. Although he was decorated for valor by King Merrick, Howe's abrasive manners have earned him. Oh yeah. Just like when Bryce sent his men to support the king at Ostagar, Howe took it as an opportunity to attack Highever, slaughtering the people there and claiming the lands and title as his own. Of all the inhabitants of Castle Cousland, only Kirby survived. Logain Mac Tyr. Takes more than legends to win a battle. Logain was born a farmer during a time when his country was under foreign occupation. When he was still a boy, he joined the resistance, where his considerable tactical genius quickly became apparent. He became close friends with Prince Merrick, the last true heir to the Ferelden throne, and together they led the rebels to drive out the forces of the Orlesian Empire. Merrick raised his friend to the nobility, and Logain is now more of a symbol than a man. He represents the Ferelden ideals of hard work and independence. Culture and history. Oh boy. Did I not read Castle High ever? Is there new stuff? Oh, there's new stuff, that's why. Because we read about that. Cousland's declared independence. Yeah, today, however, is too. Yes. The Cousland family, however, was all but wiped out in an unexpected attack by Arl Howe of Amaranthine. The fate of the Tainir is now in question. Such a weird word. Weird looking word. Okay, the Grey Wardens. The first blight had already raged for 90 years. The world was in chaos, a god had risen, twisted and corrupted. The remaining gods of Tevinter were silent, withdrawn. What writing we have recovered from those times is filled with despair, for everyone believed, from the greatest archons to the lowliest slaves, that the world was coming to an end. At Weishaupt Fortress, that's what I'm going with. In the desolate Anderfells, a meeting transpired. Soldiers of the Imperium, seasoned veterans who had known nothing their entire lifetimes except hopeless war, came together. When they left Weishaupt, they had renounced their oaths to the Imperium. They were soldiers no longer. They were the Grey Wardens. The Wardens began an aggressive campaign against the Blight, striking back against the Darkspawn, reclaiming lands given up for lost. The Blight was far from over, but their victories brought notice, and soon they received aid from every nation in Thetis. They grew in number as well as reputation. Finally, in the year 992 of the Tevinter Imperium, upon the Silent Plains, they met the Archdemon Dumont in battle. A third of all the armies of northern Thetis were lost to the fighting, but Dumont fell and Darkspawn fled back underground. Even that was not the end. The Imperium once revered 7 gods: Dumont, Zezekel, Toth, Andoril, Razikael, Buzaken, and Earthemiel. Sure. 4 have risen as archdemons. The Grey Wardens have kept watch through the ages, well aware that peace is fleeting and that their war continues until the last of the dragon gods is gone. From Ferelden Folklore and History by Sister Petrine, Chantry Scholar. Yo, what is with these fucking codexes? Yo. You guys want to read them? Nah, fuck, let's read them. It's all about it, right? It's all part of the world. The Korkeri Wilds. It is said that in the midst of the Black Age, when werewolves stalked the lands of Ferelden in numbers that kept every farmholder indoors, and a hound on every doorstep, a powerful Arl of the Alamari people stood and declared that he would put an end to the threat. His Arline stood on the border of the Dark Forest, on the southern border of the Ferelden Valley, and he claimed that the werewolves used the forest to launch their midnight assaults on humanity. For 20 years, this Arl led an army of warriors and hounds deep into the forest. In his hunt for the werewolves, he slew not only every wolf he came upon, but also every member of the chastened wilder folk. Any one of them, he said, could harbor a demon inside and thus be a werewolf in disguise. For 20 years, the forest rang with screams, and the rivers ran red. The tales say that an old chastened woman found her sons all dead at the Arl's blades. She pulled one of those very blades from one son's heart and plunged it into her own chest, cursing the Arl's name as she did so. Where her blood touched the ground, a mist began to rise. It spread and spread until it was everywhere in the forest. The Arl's army became lost, and it was said that they died there. Others say they wander still. The ruins of this Arling stand to this day, his Arling stand to this day, filled with the ghosts of women waiting eternally for their husbands to return. The forest of the legend is, of course, the Korokari Wilds. There are as many legends about the great southern forest as there are shadows, or so the saying goes. The chastened wilder folk have made their home there since mankind first came to these lands, and the wildlands spread as far into the south as anyone has ventured. Beyond the mists are vast tracts of snow, white-capped mountains, and entire fields of ice. It is a land too cold for mankind to survive, yet the chastened eke out an existence even there, and they tell of horrors beyond the wilds that the lowland folk could not begin to comprehend. To most, Ferelden simply ends with the Korokari Wilds. There is nothing beyond. The wilds is a land of great trees, wet marshes, and dangerous monsters. What more needs to be said? Or, what more need be said? Oh, jeez. From Land of the Wilders by Mother Alis, Chantry Scholar, 918 Dragon. And the Darkspawn. Those who had sought to claim heaven by violence destroyed it. What was golden and pure turned black. Those who had once been mage lords, the brightest of their age, were no longer men, but monsters. Threnodies 12:1. Sin was the midwife that ushered the Darkspawn into this world. The Magisters fell from the Golden City, and their fate encompassed all our worlds. For they were not alone. No one knows where the Darkspawn come from. A dark mockery of men, in the darkest places they thrive, growing in numbers as a plague of locusts will. In raids, they will often take captives, dragging their victims alive into the deep roads, but most evidence suggests that these are eaten. Like spiders, it seems Darkspawn prefer their food still breathing. Perhaps they are simply spawned by the darkness. Certainly, we know that evil has no trouble perpetrating itself. The last blight was in the Age of Towers, striking once again at the heart of Tevinter, spreading south into Orlais, and east into the Free Marches. The plague spread as far as Ferelden, but the withering and twisting of the land stopped well beyond our borders. Here, Darkspawn have never been more than the stuff of legends. In the northern lands, however, particularly Tevinter and the Anderfels, they say Darkspawn haunt the hinterlands, preying on outlying farmers and isolated villages. A constant threat. From Ferelden, Folklore and History by Sister Petrine Gentry, Scholar. And we got Library Warhound, Archdemon. In darkness eternal they searched for those who had goaded them on, until at last they found their prize. Their god, their betrayer, the sleeping dragon Dumont. Their taint twisted even the false god, and the whisperer awoke at last, in pain and horror, and led them to wreak havoc upon all the nations of the world. The First Blight. Threnodies 8:7. The false dragon gods of Tevinter Imperium lie buried deep within the earth, where they have been imprisoned since the Maker cast them down. No one knows what it is that drives the Darkspawn in their relentless search for the sleeping old gods. Perhaps it is instinct, as moths will fly into torch flames. Perhaps there is some remnant of desire for vengeance upon the ones who goaded the Magisters to assault heaven. Whatever the reason, when Darkspawn find one of these ancient dragons, it is immediately afflicted by the taint. It awakens, twisted and corrupted, and leads the Darkspawn in a full-scale invasion of the land. A blight. And we have rat. Oh, must not have read this from. What are you, mad? Even the most giant of rats isn't going to present that much of a problem to anyone larger than a cat. Even the stories in the archives that tell of blight-touched rats still only attributed them with the ability to spread the plague. The rats themselves got no larger than perhaps 3 feet in length, covered in sharp bony spikes and boils. Disturbing certainly, but dangerous. This is no fantasy conjured by madman, young man. You have much more important creatures to concern yourself with. Transcript of a lecture given by Nalia, senior enchanter of Hosberg, 844. Blessed. No, she was later eaten by a blight rat in 846. Blessed. Alright. Clearing up the codexes. Conversation history. Got all this stuff enabled. Do the tasks. Joining the Grey Wardens. Find the Grey Warden Alistair. You have arrived in the King's camp just outside the Corkheart Wilds. In the ruin known as Ostgard, Duncan has told you that when you're ready to begin the joining, you should seek out the Grey Warden named Alistair somewhere in camp. Well, we got some points to spend. Next, we got a new skill point to spend. Sure. Shield defense. New tactic slot acquired. Yeah. Okay. Look at the scenery. Very pretty. So we gotta go there. This just goes back out. Alright guys, well that'll do it. That'll do it for today, methinks. We can't fall down. Okay, good. What about this side? That's a little prologue episode. That's all different depending on which character you use. And yeah, try to keep these things shorter, you know, just to an hour, but I think this one ran a little long, but what can you do? But anyways, I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in, and until the next video, see ya.